Hello, welcome back. Today I brought in this thuja to repot. It probably doesn't need repotting, but there's just so much weed. Again, it's another tree that's got neglected and it needs a lot of weeding, so I think to get all this lot out, it's just the whole pot is full of it. It'd be easier just to repot it. This tree was growing in my mother had it in a pot. She was getting rid of it. She had a few different ones in different pots, but it was like a belly pot. We had to break, well, I had to cut out the tree, and it was just all growing up. There was a couple of weird branches on it, so I killed off all the side of the tree because it was just way too tall and heavy, and just left this one branch. It's a bit unorthodox, a bit weird, a bit different, but just to have something. I just left that one growing like that, and I pruned it up there not long ago, so I'm just going to give it a repotting now. I don't know if I'm going to put it back into this same pot. Possibly will. Pot colour suits is nice. The red with the bark, it was kind of a reddy colour when you clean it off and give it if you wanted to. Or now I might leave the bark roughen up a bit. I did used to have it with this white and this red bark on it. It looked really nice with the red pot, but we might change that, and I might leave the bark just grow, so it gives it more of a oldie look. So it's wired in. I'll just get out the wires. A lot of weeds again growing in this one. I think I might actually move this one as well from where I keep it. I keep it on a shelf up against the side of the house. I have a shelf built and it gets plenty of sun, but I don't think it gets, like even now, even though it's been raining for days, it's pretty dry. It's actually bone dry, so obviously not getting any rain barely because it's sheltered by the house. So I'm going to move it so it gets a bit more rain on it. And because it was high on the shelf, it wasn't getting looked at enough. So, and then give it a bit more care this year and see if we can develop it into a bit of a better tree. I'm not sure if I have how many times I've repotted it. I presume this was the second time I repotted it after I collected it. I probably put it into an ordinary pot for a while till it grew on. And I did the initial dig out of it and chop back. And yeah, you can see this soil is absolutely bone dry. And it's quite coarse soil. So that's probably why it's not been growing too great. So it's growing just very slowly. So I think it'll definitely benefit from getting new repots, some new soil, and putting it into a better place where I can keep my eye on it, water it more, get more rain on it. It's just always been one of these kind of ugly trees that I had, kind of a bit different, but I've come to embrace whatever you have. You know, you just gotta do with what you get. And if it's a bit of an unorthodox tree like this, if all trees were the same, it'd be pretty boring. There's a lot of See, it still has some of the old stuff in here. Can't believe how dry it is, considering it's been nothing but rain for months. So I'll definitely benefit from this, I would say. Get rid of all these weed roots stuck in it. There's even some of the old compost from the very first time I dug it out, it's still in there. The reason why I did keep it was it does have a really nice root base. Got a kind of oldie looking trunk on it. So actually light as a feather. Surprised it's actually still alive, let alone doing okay with all these roots. Weeds taking over the pot. And how dry it's been kept. I mean, if that's how dry it is after months of rain, it must be bone dry come the summer. You see all them white roots are all the weeds. You can see if I can. Try and get all of them out if I can. Out through there like that. Okay, I'll go and give the root piece a wash, and then we'll come back and see what we have to work with. Okay, so I'll go and wash it off and see. Okay, so I've cleaned off the roots as best I can, washed them off. Just got to try and pick out all these weeds now, so that they don't come back again. Now, as you can see, we have some roots here. How long we're going down there? We have this big chunk of one down here. I don't know if I take that off. I think it's going to have to come off because I can't have that on the bottom of it. I know at the moment it's in a deep part and it's okay, but I think it's time we reduce that back a bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in there with my secateurs. That's going to be too thick to cut. We'll do a bit at a time. Whoa! That's pretty hard wood, alright. Okay, so that's that lump taken off the back. off the bottom. I mean, there's another root here growing straight down, so we'll take that one out. Reduce that one back to there. Now, it's standing a bit better now. Now, should I take more of that out or not? But it seems to be about the right height now. Standing good. Just trim that root back a bit. Seems to be standing okay. Whoop. Standing okay there now, like that. Just a bit of a dead root there. Obviously this root here died off, but as long as we keep the soil level kind of, so this looks like it's in the soil at least. I'll just take that top root off there. Okay, the rest look okay. So a little bit of soil in there. Try and get all that out so we can fill that with better bonsai soil and stop it rotting out in there. Get that root out the back. There. Okay. Flatten all them out. So we'll get it back into the pot. I don't really have any other kind of suitable pots at the moment for it, so we'll just go back with the same pot it came out of. Just this one. Like I said, it goes well with the red bark, but if I'm leaving the bark grow now, it'll probably be more brown, but until we get a better pot, I don't think I have anything. I would like to have something a bit longer, something more this kind of a width to make it more of a if you had something more this kind of size, maybe not as big as this, just so you can plant the tree at one side, just to make it more of a landscapey kind of look. But I don't think this plastic pot isn't really good enough for that. I do have this pot here, which is longer, but it's quite narrow, and I don't know, personally I don't like the white pot. There's too much white on the tree. I just think it's very white. I think the red pot will have to do for now, and maybe next repot we'll find more a brown pot or something, an unglazed pot, a little bit bigger. So we'll go with this one for now. That's where it's going to go. Okay, so I am going to wire it in because it's quite top heavy, and the tree itself is quite light. All the weight's at the top. So we'll wire it in. So one wire. This one should be okay. You don't really have to bend this when it's this smaller wire with the pliers, because when it's this thin it bends quite easy and goes flat to the bottom of the pot. We get some drainage screen in. handy thing for me is my job is making boat covers and things like that, and we have this mesh at work on the roll, so I'll never run out of drainage screen. And it's just the right size, I think. It's not too porous, but equally not too tight so that it blocks easily. Okay, get some soil in there. And then mound up the middle now because I want the soil to get right in underneath the tree. Try and fill out that hollow bit underneath. Straighten the camera a little bit. So I'm just going to, I really need to mount me on this side because I want to try and keep the tree over to this side a bit if I can. Tuck them roots in. Make sure these ones are all going outwards. I'm just pushing in. I'll check the height. Yep, about there looks good. Yeah, it's like I need to make sure the wire's on this side of that root. Okay, check it again. Yep, that looks okay. Took them roots in there. This tree could also be a candidate to go on that piece of concrete that I have with that ugly tree on it that I want to replace. But I think for now, while I want to get this tree healthy, good and strong and healthy first. What I'll do is I'll tie the wire back here so you don't see it. Make sure I'm not crossing any, squashing any roots. That root out the way. Just go over here with it. Again, I'll try it at the back. Yeah, the storm is still blowing. I check my trees again. Keep checking my trees all day so far. I've been looking up one tree in one of my forests had blown over in my field maple forest. The tree on the end had blown over, so they're not tied in because I don't like tying in the forest trees. So just piled some rocks around it, stood it back up, piled some rocks around it, so hopefully it'll be safe enough now. Okay, I'm just gonna work that in now before I tighten up the wire. Make sure all under the tree is all packed tight. I've looked at this tree 100 times trying to think of what way I should style it, what I should do with this branch, and I think I've just come to the kind of realization that it is what it is. We'll just grow it as is, let it grow, do its own thing, maybe style it one day, but for now we'll just leave it, just let it grow, just keep pruning it, and maybe something will start taking shape with it. Okay, tighten them up now. Again, I'm not going to go crazy tight, I just need it to hold it in the pot. Same with this one. Just pull and twist. Okay, that should be enough. Tuck back there. Okay. Give that a tap. Okay, so it's definitely been growing. It's doing quite well. It's back budding in here, growing out. I won't do any trimming with it now. I've already trimmed it a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, so I'll leave it off for a while, let it grow. I can get into my food, my fertilizer, pot and everything. Again, this is just some fertilizer that I've ground up so that the birds don't pick it all off. Just spread a bit around that. I'll wash in when it's watered. Hopefully help build up the strength. Just about to all fall. Okay. So there we have it. That's another tree sorted for a while. Like I said, it's got a nice root base. It's nice. I put some lime sulphur on this last year, and I cleaned all the bark and cleaned it all down and gave it a slight light rubbing of oil, and it came up really red. It looked really nice with the white and the red pot and the green foliage. So we'll call that video done. And as always, if you like the videos, please subscribe so you get to see the upcoming videos. I have kind of quite a few videos. Some are a bit different to the norm. That's just the way I kind of do things. A little slug in there, we get him out. Now he's surviving in there, it's so dry. But okay. That's that one. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.